Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here on the eve of the big Madison Square Garden show, which is going to be coming up on the WWE Network. Of course, it's going to be Big Show against Brock Lesnar going at it. You've also got Seth Rollins against John Cena in a steel cage match for the United States Championship. This match was put together tonight on SmackDown as a bit of a surprise that they weren't really giving it a big push, but this DVD honestly came out a few years ago. I don't know, when this DVD was announced, I honestly was excited about its upcoming release. And then once it came out, I got it in my hand, I put it in, and I never really got a feel to what this DVD, I never really got the feel of what I thought it was going to be. This DVD, of course, is entitled The Best of the WWE at Madison Square Garden. There you see Bruno Sammartino, John Cena. You see Hulk Hogan there, classic Freddie Blassie. You see the classic New York City skyline throughout all of there. And let's take an in-depth look and see what this DVD was. Maybe you have this in your collection. Maybe you have better thoughts of this DVD as I do. But a very nice looking disc there, showing off, New York City and all of its finest there. And come on, bad boy, come on out of there. But one thing I didn't really get out of this was, I think this I think this set really could have used a documentary, even if it was a shorter one, like the one that was on the streak with the Undertaker, even if it was a short 20-minute thing, of putting everybody talking about all of the matches of the past and putting them on there. But to me, honestly, I really didn't get a feel of what they were really going for. There's a lot of matches on here, but when it comes down to it with me, it's just a collection of matches that all seem to happen in the same place. Some of them have big moments in them. Some of them just have big names in them. But I honestly didn't get the feel of this. There you see Ivan Koloff against Pedro Morales, Billy Graham against Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund against Ken Patera, Bob Backlund against Harley Race, Iron Sheik against Hulk Hogan with the start of Hulkamania there in January of 1984, Sergeant Slaughter versus the Iron Sheik. Then you have WrestleMania 1 there with Hogan and Mr. T, with Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Andre the Giant and Mr. Wonderful against Roddy Piper and Cowboy Bob Orton. Honky Tonk Man versus the Ultimate Warrior. A little bit of a gap there in between those, skipping all the way to SummerSlam 88. Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect at SummerSlam 1991. One of my favorite matches of all time right there. Shawn Michaels versus Razor Ramon at WrestleMania 10. Bob Backlund versus Diesel. That would be just a normal match. That would be like the few-second match of a title change. Sort of a hard match to come across when you were DVD collecting back in the past. So that's when a good one to get picked up. Survivor Series, a whole bunch of guys in there. Of course, this would be Rocky Maivaia's debut. Stone Cold stuns the Boss for the first time on Monday Night Raw. Triple H versus Cactus Jack from Monday Night Raw. The Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys at the Royal Rumble 2000 with Jeff Hardy doing the jump from, I don't know what you call it, but the taxi cab that's like from the, it's not really the second deck, but you can't really call it the first deck. It's like from the riser or something. I don't know how to describe it. I'm sure you've seen it. From there, Triple H versus Kurt Angle versus Chris Jericho in the #1 contenders match from Raw of 2000. That looks like it's setting up SummerSlam, so I'm guessing that somehow Angle and Triple H have to win that match. Then we have Booker T attacks Mr. McMahon. I honestly don't know what that is. Triple H returns in 2002. That's huge. Big Show versus John Cena at WrestleMania 20. Triple H versus Mickie James on Monday Night Raw. I don't remember that match. John Cena returns in the Royal Rumble. That'd be 2008. That was pretty big. DX versus Jericho versus John Cena and The Undertaker of Monday Night Raw of 2009. some Blu-ray exclusives. You got Sammartino and Tito Santana. Tito Santana is honestly one of my favorite wrestlers that really does not ever get talked about. What a great wrestler this guy was. Then we have Bret Hart versus the $1 Million Man in 91. Then we have Del Rio against CM Punk at the Survivor Series 2011, which would be the start of CM Punk's title reign. Then you hear some interviews from Mr. Fuji, Road Warrior, Animal, Barry Windham, Coco Beware, Ricky Steamboat, Sika, Rocky Johnson, Edge, Brooklyn Brawler, Mr. McMahon, Madison Square Garden, Walk of Fame induction, Trish Stratus, and Ken Patera. Ken Patera just got picked up by that Gemini VHS thing, but there's Triple H making his return, Ultimate Warrior against Honky Tonk Man, the Iron Sheik against Hogan, and The Rock's debut. Lots of things here. Bruno Sammartino, John Cena, Bret Hart, Bob Backlund, Shawn Michaels, Ivan Koloff, Trish Stratus, Bruno Sammartino. I'm sure by putting Ivan Koloff's name right there in bold print, you really moved some DVDs. The ones that they're saying that you can't miss are Billy Graham versus Bruno Sammartino, Iron Sheik versus Hogan, The Rock debut match at Survivor Series, John Cena returns to the Royal Rumble. I don't know. Honestly, if you guys don't have this, what's the feel that you guys get from this set by looking over all the matches that are on there? And if you have this, honestly, what are your thoughts about what you thought about this DVD was? To me, honestly, it just seemed like a whole bunch of matches thrown together. Yeah, they were all from Madison Square Garden, but I didn't really get the feel of what they were going for on this one.